Appreciate y'all being here. Excited about the week. It's a big week for us. Obviously, playing a tremendous top 25 team tomorrow night in Kansas State. Jeff's got him a heck of a team. He's doing a heck of a job with them. He's got a bunch of young players like we do, and they're playing at a very high level. Obviously, the talk is about Ayoka and her 61 on Saturday or Sunday. But the thing for me is you better not sleep on the rest of those players because they're all really good. Those guards are extremely talented, smart, heady, tough, and they're young. They're freshmen. He's got him a good group of young kids like we do here at Texas, and I know he's excited about his future. So it's a big challenge for us. I'm excited about the opportunity. Our kids were really focused yesterday in practice, and I'm anxious to see them again today. Proud of our team on Saturday. I thought our defense at times was elite. We had a really, really good second quarter. Our offense is still, to me, it's a work in progress. We worked on that yesterday at length, but I don't know that you fix that in a day. I think it's just something that'll continue to evolve. But defensively, I think that's where it starts and ends really for us, and I think our kids are embracing that. I know Joe embraces it, and it's what really propelled us last year and got us on our run late, and it'll be something that for us this year. I think it'll continue to be a staple for us. So. Again, excited about the opportunity. Be a big challenge for us, but I'm excited to see my team play as I always am.
Joe, as a fellow competitor, what was your reaction when you saw that Aoka scored 61?
A lot of points. It was very, very cool to watch. And especially because we're playing them this week, so I'm just hungry and just ready to face an opponent like that. I think they'll be really excited to come in here and try to beat us. It's going to be a big game. And, yeah, I just got excited when I saw that. Like, it's our chance to stop them. So, yeah.
What goes into it from your standpoint? You're not Lauren Ebo. You won't be guarding her, say. But from your own responsibility, what goes into as a team to stop somebody like that? Try.
Coach always says, like, post defense starts, with ball pressure. So, like, we have to keep the guards from making clear passes, easy passes into the post. And I think that's where it's going to start, really, with the ball pressure. And maybe we can handle that. And if we handle our business like Coach wants us to do defensively, I think we'll be okay. Yeah.
If you needed to, you could get on the post with her, right?
Sure.
Nick, is there a certain way to stop her? Is there a way to defend her, or is there a way to defend her?
Yeah, I think you have to have a smorgasbord of things to do. Really, I think you have to be prepared to do a number of things, and that's what we're going to be prepared to do. I don't think it's just one way or the highway. I think. And that's the challenge for my team is that they're going to have to be able to make some changes, in a timeout, on the fly. We will have gone through those, but I just don't think one way, because I think she's really smart. I think she understands body positioning. She has great feet, great hands. I think her team has now become really good at understanding angles, passing the ball. So for us, it's 1 through 5. I know we're talking about somebody that's on Good Morning America and had 61 on Sunday, but their whole team all year long, I think, has been so special. And their freshman point guard, like ours, has been freshman of the week multiple times. And so I just think if you don't do your job on the entire team, somebody can jump up and get you. It's not just Lee inside, but we all know she's special. I think it starts with her, and we certainly have to do a good job dealing with her. But I think if we take care, if we guard like we're supposed to, and again, we're trying to keep things from happening down there, I think that carries over into the rest of their team and how they want to attack you as well. So we've just got to be on point. We've got to have a great day today in practice, and then have a great shoot around tomorrow so that we really have an understanding of what we want to do and how we want to do it. Everybody has a job to do when you go in a game like this. It's not one person. It's not Lauren Ebo's job or Deanna Gaston's job, and then everybody else can just stand around and watch. That's not how it works in any game. I mean, everybody's got great players, right? And every defensive strategy involves usually stopping, a couple, 2, 3 different players on every team. It's no different tomorrow night.
Hey, Vic, this game's obviously, women's college basketball has grown exponentially over the last 20, 25 years. What do moments like this mean, though, still, even as you continue to try to grow you said Good Morning America, like things like that. What do moments like that mean for the game?
No, I think it's great for our game. I mean, I just think it gives great exposure, to a really exciting sport. And again, I think, I think this is a great segue into our fans. They're coming out and watching our guys play. If they'll just give us one chance, if they'll come watch us one time, they'll be back. I've always said that everywhere I've been. Come to one game, and I'll make your life more complicated because now you'll start planning your week, your weekends, your months, your vacations around where women's basketball is. But, so I think it's great for the game. Players like her, exciting players, great personalities. She's a great young lady. I just think that's great for our game. And again, she's got a great cast with her. I mean, it's really unfair because she would be the first to tell you, yeah, if I didn't have those great shooters around me, it'd be really hard down there with 2 and 3 people hanging on me like clothes on a clothesline, So I think she would be the first to compliment her teammates. So we've got our hands full.
Coach.
Joe, do y'all get that? Just watching film and seeing the rest of their team, is that, it's
Absolutely.
easy to watch the 61 and say, we got to stop her, but
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, because like he said, it would be way harder for her to score the way she does if she doesn't have the ability to kick it out sometimes, or to have pressure releases around the perimeter. So we do have to handle our business as guards.
Coach, you guys are concerned about Aoka, but what should they be concerned about with your team?
I just think we're playing harder. I think our chemistry's getting better, especially defensively. We're streaky offensively. We can go on some good runs, and then we can not. But I think our team right now, we're trying to start figuring out. We're getting some consistency in practice because we've had everybody there. Right now, the only kid that is not practicing is Kobe. And so we've had some consistency now for a couple weeks of everybody being in practice. And so I think that's why you see someone like an Audrey playing better. Y'all, Audrey, you look back throughout her whole career. I mean, this is the first year since her freshman year that she's consistently been in practice every day in every game. Now you think about that. Well, she's a pretty good player, y'all, but it's hard to be a pretty good player when you practice 3 days, you're in a game, and then you're out 10 days. I mean, that was last year. I mean, it was play a couple games, out 2 weeks. Play a game, out 7 days. I mean, it's hard to develop consistency with that, and she's been in practice every day, in every game, and so I think that's why she's kind of starting to play. She's shooting it better than anybody on my team right now. So I think that's why you see her playing better. Again, she can't turn the ball over, and she knows that, and we got to continue to work on that. But I just think with our team right now, being able to practice every day, again, we're so young. I have 3 seniors, basically 1 junior playing, and everybody else is a freshman. Shay Holly's a sophomore. I throw Deanna in the freshman class just because of how little she played last year. And again, the consistency of being in practice, playing in games, be out for a while, be out for a month, come back, try to play a couple games. It's hard, y'all, to play at this level and have that happening to you.
Given all these circumstances, is there a target date before the NCAA tournament, obviously, when you want that, expect that to come together, the turnovers, working together, the whole thing.
I mean, we want it every day. We want it tomorrow. I want it tomorrow. The kids do too. You don't know when it's all going to come together. Last year, I kept telling my staff, we're going to keep working. I'm not going to be satisfied with, well, this is it. Remember, I've told y'all this. They said, it's COVID, Vic. It's, new team, get your team, I'm just not down with that, y'all. And so I think our kids finally last year, we committed to being really good defensively. We figured out, hey, if we didn't guard, we weren't going to win. And so we did that. And this year's team, I think we're a little better offensively, have a little more balance in our scoring. But I think defensively too, we're pretty good. We could be pretty good. And so my hope is that obviously we get it at some point this year. But look, y'all, if you think about my team right now, we have basically out of 12 players, 8 of them that are playing are new. 7 of them are new. So it's continues to be we're a work in progress. And I'm proud. Look, I'm proud of where we are today. Think about it. Where we are today on January 25th, I give my kids all the credit in the world. They've come a long way in a short period of time.
Joe, Coach talks about this being a young team. What are you saying to the younger players going into a game like this? Because it's easy to say it's just another game, but when you have the new record holder coming into town, it's not.
Yeah, but it's not just this game. You have to take every game seriously. Every game is important for us, especially with our expectations and how we want to finish the conference play and how we want to go into Big 12 tournament. Every game is important. We have to treat it like it's a championship game, every game. Key players you have to lock in to, and that starts in practice every day. Just focus.
Are you getting a sense from everybody that that's the mentality you guys have?
Yeah, absolutely, especially yesterday's practice. It was good energy, and really our team was focused. So that was important, and I think we did a good job with that.
How long did it take the youngsters to realize that?
To realize what?
Just you got to play every game like it's a championship type game.
I think it starts in practice, just with our level of communication to them. But I think it's just a growing process. Like, sometimes you get in moments where, like, oh, I feel like I can take a play off, or I can take this drill off. But, like, it's just every day communicating to them that, like, no, you have to go hard in everything because it matters and it's going to show up in a game, Yeah.
I'm going to ask you to clarify what you said earlier. Rory and Latasha, they're back in practice with you guys?
Oh, yeah.
And then last year, you guys did really well against Aoka and kind of defending her. But I'm wondering, do you watch film on that, or do you have to toss it out just because your two teams are so different than one?
No, I watch this year's film. I watch last year's games when we play somebody. When we played Stanford, I told y'all I watched 2 years before when Aaliyah was a freshman, and we played them in Canada. Those 17 points she got the same thing, got the same looks 2 years before. And we ran the same exact set to get her those looks when she was shooting the ball from the top of the key and making those threes. So I think you go back and you look at things. I think the thing last year, you have to give Charlie some credit because she really did a nice job of mixing it up how she guarded her. Fronted her, three-quartered her, behind, but pushed her out. She was long and contested. And I think, Charlie did a really good job. And then, obviously we got her in foul trouble a little bit in both games. And so I think you have to go back and look at that and see what obviously we were doing to attack them. And so I watch all that. I mean, it's this time of year, y'all, it's just watching film and practice. That's it. I mean, it's just not, you watch film till your eyes go down and you go get in the chair in the coach's lounge, you sleep, and get up the next morning and get somebody to bring you some clothes and you start all over and do it again. So it's just our life. It's the way it is. And because, my job is to make sure I try to put them in the best position possible that they can be successful. And you got to love Jo and her approach and just being a pro. I mean, y'all have heard me say this, and there's certain players I don't have to worry about. Jo's one of them. When the lights come on, she's going to be ready to play. She's going to play the hardest she can possibly play. She's going to be locked in. She's going to try to do her job. That's all I can add. I mean, when's the last time you've seen me get on Joe in a game? I mean, I can't remember the last time I've even looked at her in the huddle and go, what are you doing? Or why aren't you doing this? Or it just doesn't happen. But that's because she's a pro. She just understands what it takes. And that's what you're trying to get everybody to be. When you get everybody like that, you got a chance.
Joe, when's
She's
the last time?
also the smartest person in this room, I think.
Well, yeah,
I
probably
wouldn't
we
say
could
that.
all add our GPAs up, a couple of us together, and might get to her. So all I'm gonna say is I would drag down the room. I would just say that. But yeah, she certainly is that.
Joe, do you remember the last time?
I don't. He takes it easy on me. I could tell he takes it easy on me sometimes. He takes it easy on me.
I would disagree.
He's a nice guy
I
to
would
me.
disagree.
He's a nice guy
I
to
can't
me.
believe I show favoritism toward anybody.
Probably, I'd imagine going to see the conference's freshman of the year tomorrow, whether it's Rory or one of the ones that they have on their team. What have you seen from those freshmen on their team?
Well, I mean, again, I think they're smart, they're heady, they're tough, mentally and physically. I think they really have a great basketball IQ. Jeff's got them playing at a real high level. Again, I'm not trading my four. I love Rory and Kendall and Amo and Tosh, and I think those four, as their careers advance, man, they're going to be really special, y'all. And so I know Jeff's excited about his. I'm certainly excited about mine, and feel really good about where we are today, and where we're going to be, in the future with those kids. And again, our freshmen, Kendall played some big minutes for us on Saturday. Tasha played 20 minutes at Iowa State. Obviously, Amo's coming back from her injury and is getting more and more comfortable and back to where she was before she got hurt. So, and Rory she plays so hard defensively, y'all. Every possession, the kid don't take a play off. And so, I can as a coach, probably like what Joe's saying, when you see them doing all that and playing so hard, maybe you don't get as upset when they do make a mistake or they do have a turnover, because you just know it ain't because they're not trying. And I think as coaches, that's what we appreciate about kids, is just how hard they go.
Do you, on that subject, you sometimes feel like you don't want to pull back on Rory's aggressiveness, but maybe say, well, don't reach, or don't, you've got 2 fouls, be careful. Can you teach that kind of thing?
Oh, sure. And I think there comes a confidence level. I let Joe play this year. Actually put her in a game in the third quarter with 4, thinking she could get through it, and she didn't. But she'll learn from that, and hopefully the next time she won't go get that 5th, or put herself in a position to get that 5th. And I think with Rory, she understands, what she can and can't do. But I also think, if and when we get to that position and she happens to get in a spot where I got to take her out, boy, Joe was really good Saturday running our team, and our offense was really good with her running our team. So, I think it's all a growing and a maturation process for all of them.
A little off topic. I think one of the cool things about the game on Saturday was you guys got Anissa into the game for a little bit in front of a pretty large crowd of family and friends. Obviously, we don't expect to see her much this season, but what does she bring to your team as far as in practices and just the culture, and how did you get her on the team?
Well, I'm going to tell you all this, and this will give you a great indication of Anissa and her family. So we went over to, there's a home here not far from campus,
I don't remember the name.
that has kids, young children that are there for different reasons. And so we went over there back in the fall before Christmas to spend time with them. And I'm trying to remember the name of the home. Helping Hands.
Yeah, there you go.
And so we go over there. Anissa and her family have made gifts and baskets for each kid. There's like 40 kids over there. that's the kind of kid, that's the kind of family that Anissa comes from, and such a, you know, she's a giver, y'all. Let's face it. She's not on scholarship. She's on the team because she wants to be. She's on the team because we want her to be a part of our program. She makes us better, and she makes us better both on and off the floor. So it was really cool to get her in the game on Saturday with her family. It's well deserved in my mind. Again, appreciate all she does. She'll be a great Longhorn one day, y'all, and she'll be great for a lifetime. And so, you know, for me, I want to be around people like that. I want my kids to be around people like that. I want them to see what that looks like every day. And a kid works hard, is a giver, and she's all about the team.
Joe, Coach always talks about you being a pro and your competitive nature and the mindset you have, but he says everybody's not there on the team. So what gives you confidence in this team as you guys move forward?
Oh, well, just because he's saying that, like, just about me, it doesn't mean that, like, he doesn't see pro qualities in some of these young players that we have on our team. It's just that it's just a process to being consistent every single day. My confidence is just, it's with my team, you know, like chemistry and just practicing every single day. I don't know if it's like, it's not something big. It's just trust that you have in each other. You go through everything together. You practice every single day. You see each other every single day. There's nobody you want to be on the floor with. It's these girls or nobody. So like, that's I guess that's the confidence I have in them. It's just my family. Like it's just who I want to be around, you know. So.
And John, everybody on our team has shown it's the consistency that you're looking for.
Yeah.
You know, like I don't worry about Joe. Every day, I know Joe's going to be there. Now, with some others, you wonder, you know, did you get enough sleep last night? You know, what's your mindset? What's your mind? You know, your frame of mind. That's what, you know, it's the consistency of that. When you develop the consistency that all 13 every night, every day, they're going to be locked in and ready to go. That's when you got a chance to be really, really special. So it's that consistency that any coach looks for, you know. One or two is not enough, you know. It's not. Last time I checked, there's 5 people on the floor. And so you've got to have a team wide. You've got to have a team full of kids that are locked in. You know, that 37-2 team of mine, even that 34-5 team, the 33-3 team, I knew every night. I didn't worry about it. I knew what each one was going to bring to the table, and they were going to be there. They were going to do their job. You know, we talk about it all the time. Do your job. They were going to do their job. But now those were veteran teams.
I want to go back and ask a clarifying question, something I think I heard you say earlier. Do you watch film until you go to sleep in the coach's lounge and you wake up the next morning and start all over again? You don't go home during the week?
Typically, no. There's at least 3 nights a week that I'm up here. It's just the way it works. It's easier for me, especially now that I live, you know, 22, 25 minutes from town. That's 50 minutes bound down and back that I can spend. I can get either a complete offensive breakdown of a team game or a defensive breakdown of one game. I wouldn't say I'm not going to tell you it's 7 nights a week, but during this time of the year, that chair I got in the coach's lounge is pretty comfortable. It reclines and it's soft. I'd like to have it at my house, but I don't think they make it anymore. I've tried to find the label on it and I can't find it. I guess it's been in there since the building was built or close, but it's a heck of a chair. But it's just what works for me. It's for my own sanity. It's just what I do. You know, everybody's different. You know, tonight people will say, well, Vic, the hay's in the barn, you know, go home, go to bed. You've had 2 practices, nothing will change tonight. Well, I would disagree. You know, the more I watch, the more I look, I might find something. It might be an out of bounds play. It might be, you know, something defensively. I'm always coaching against the ghost. That's it. So it's for probably my own sanity more than anything. It's just what I do.
Joe, did y'all know that? And what is that dedication to the craft that you guys mean to you?
Yeah, I didn't know that he sleeps here sometimes. It's just, it makes you confident as a player. He's going to put you in the best positions, like he said. We're going to always be prepared. We're not going to see something on the floor that we haven't seen before, they haven't showed us. So it's just confidence. Like, we're prepared to win the game at the end of the day. That's it. Yeah.
So they just wanted me to we're going to have, I guess they're having free Whataburger breakfast taquitos for the first 250 students at our games for the rest of the season, and they're having a happy hour pricing for all drinks. So you get a happy hour drink between the time the doors open and the national anthem. So I guess you try to get as much as you can for about 50 minutes, huh? I don't remember those days as a student, Joe. I may have been a part of that, and that's why I can't. I'm not sure, but and again, our kids are all wearing shooting shirts honoring the legacy of Dr. King. And again, I'm proud of our program, our university, and for doing that. And again, I'm always about finding things to talk to our kids about, talk about people that are impacts. You know, I always talk to our kids, you want to impress me or you want to impact me? And obviously, Dr. King continues to impact the world to this day. I mean, think about it. I mentioned to him the other day, there were 250,000 people that gathered in Washington that day. No internet, no cell phones. And you wonder, how does that happen? How did it happen? I'm currently reading the letters from the Birmingham jail. Deanna gave them to me a while back, and I'm still trying to finish them. But just imparting to our kids the importance of not only what he did, but the importance of being an impact today and carrying on and being a difference. And here's the thing, y'all, if you're going to be a difference in today's world, then you got to be different. I mean, think about it. If you're going to be a difference in today's world, then it starts with you being different. And so I'm proud of our kids. I think this one right here is a difference, y'all. I think she's a tremendous young lady. I think she's a difference. I think she's going to be a great Longhorn. But she's going to be a difference in the world. Whatever she does, wherever she does it, she's going to be a difference. And you want to talk about somebody of high character, class. That has nothing to do with being, competitive or a basketball player, being an athlete. But it has everything to do with doing the right thing and being the right person. And again, I think that's what the world needs more of. So I couldn't be more proud of her. And again, we're proud to be able to be a part of something like that. So appreciate y'all again. Thanks for your time. Praise the Lord and hook 'em.
Hook 'em.